2, 1.
What's up, you Relentless Warriors? Welcome back to Relentless Fit 365 live in Studio 5. We're picking numbers 3, 1 or 2. Let me know which one you want to do. In the meantime, we're going to jog into place. A little warm up here. Happy Thursday. Cross punch. Elbow straight. All right, boxer shuffle, shift the hips side to side. Hands behind your head, alternating person lunges, shoulders back, chest out, chin up. Reverse lunge, touch the ground. Cross your chest, opposite knee to elbow. Arms out, palms up, little forward roll. Palms down, pterodactyl. Under, over, scissor slice. Arms up, close and open. Close and open.
It's hot under that one. All right. Costume Get Up brought to you by Mr. and Mrs. Hollywood. Thank you for that. All right, Warriors. Good to see everybody. Kate is here. AQ Chino, Anna, Audrey, Avia, Sam, Susanna. You had time. Is it 1, 2, or 3? 3, 1, 2. Let me know. What did we pick, Lion Cub? The undead Lion Cub's the undead today.
We are waiting.
Oh, good. We're waiting. All right. 3 envelopes left. Number 2. Number 1. Number 3. It's also Chicago's area code 312. Standing by. Number 2. That leaves 1 and 3 for the next 2 days. Number 2, here we go. Oh, it's biceps. Bicep day. Beautiful way to start off Thursday. Hitting some biceps. Awesome. Let me hand this to the Lion Cub. The undead of Lion Cub, wonderful. Okay, so again, these are going to be reps. I'm going to start with Iron Man curls. It'll be an isometric on the left, curl and twist on the right. Reps are going to vary. This first one's going to be 15 reps each side. Let's have some fun, shall we? Start moderate or lighter, something that you can control that weight, especially on the isometric. Oh man. I want to say Monday, it's like a Monday. Thursday morning, bicep curls, right here. Hold it out, let's go. Curl and twist. That's 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5, up, 6, up, 7, up, 8, up, 9, up, 10, up, 11, up, 12, up, 13, up, 14, up, and 15. Relax it, we will shake it out. And other side, isometric on the right, curl and twist on the left. Let's do it. Up, 1, up, 2, keep that right arm up, and 3, up, 4, up, 5, up, 6, up, 7, up, curl and twist, 8, up, 9, up, 10, up, 11, up, 12, up, 13, up, 14, up, and 15. Let's shake it out. I'm gonna stay with this. We're gonna go pivot curls though. Curl and twist, scoop it up, and then reverse curl coming down. 15 total reps. Once again on my count. This bicep stuff adds up quickly. You might find Richard bouncing around today. The wizard in the house. We were gonna give him a costume, but we thought his get-up was good enough. All right, here we go. Ready? Up, curl, twist, and reverse curl down. That's 1. Up, down. That's 2. Up, down. That's 3. Up, down. That's 4. Up, down. That's 5. Up, down. That's 6. Up, down. Good curl, good twist. That's 7. Up, down. That's 8. Up, down. That's 9. Up, down. That's 10. Up, down. That's 11. Up, down. That's 12. Up, down. 13. Keep those wrists straight. 2 more. Curl twist. And down. That's 14. 1 more. Up, and down. 15. Awesome. Woo, shake that out. We're going to hammer. Just another shout out to those going in live. Kate, AQ, Anna, Audrey, Afia, Sam, and Susanna. That's wonderful. Yeah, and this music is like my theme for what I'm going to be for actual Halloween. All right, here we go. I'm gonna let you guys guess what that's gonna be. You won't guess it. You won't guess it. All right, hammer curl. Here we go. Up and down. That's 1. Up and down. That's 2. Elbows nice tight to your side. Up, down. That's 3. Up, down. That's 4. Up, down. That's 5. Up, down. That's 6. Up, down. That's 7. Up, down. That's 8. Up, down. That's 9. Up, down. 10. 5 more. Up, down. That's 11. Up, down. 12. Up, down. 13. Up, 14. 1 more. Up, girl, and control. That ends the superset for the first one. First 4. Let's have a little bit of bubbly potion of skulls. Oh yes, beautiful. Good job, Line Cub. You made that one terrific. Iron Man curls again. Adjust the weight. Isometric on the left, curl and twist on the right. I will tell you these add up. It already probably is adding up. Biceps, such a small muscle group, to isolate it by itself. Hello. Here we go. Ready. Up, curl and twist. And down, that's 1. Up, and down, that's 2. Up, down, that's 3. Up, down, that's 4. Up, down, that's 5. Curl, down, that's 6. Keep that left arm up. Up, that's 7. Up, that's 8. Up, that's 9. Up, that's 10. Up, that's 11. Up, that's 12. Up, that's 13. Up, that's 14. Up, and 15. The curling part's the rest. Isometric on the right, curl and twist on the left. Hi Jen, Jen just walked in. Good to see you, Jen. Happy Thursday morning. We're isometricing the left, we're curling and twisting on the right. Flip that. Isoing on the right, curl, twist on the left. Whatever. Let's go. Up. That's 1. Up. That's 2. Up. That's 3. Up. That's 4. Up. 5. Up. 6. Up. 7. Up. 8. Up. 9. Up. 10. 5 more. Up. 11. Up. 12. Up. 13. Up. 14. Up. And 15. It burns, it's fun. I like the burn. We got the pivot curls. Curl and twist. Let's do it. Ready, up and reverse, down, that's 1. Up and down, that's 2. Up and down, that's 3. Up, down, that's 4. Up, down, that's 5. Up, down, that's 6. Up, down, that's 7. Up, and down, that's 8. Up, down, 9. Up, down, that's 10. 5 more. Up, and down. 4 more. Up, down. 3 más. Up, and down. 2 more. Up, and down. 1 more, and up, and down. Pivot curls are fun. When you're done, hammer curl time. Here we go. Ready. Up and down, that's 1. Up, down, that's 2. Up, down, that's 3. Up, down, that's 4. Up, down, that's 5. Up, down, 6. Up, down, that's 7. Up, down, that's 8. Up, down, 9er. Up, and down. 5 more. Up, down. 4 more. Up, down. 3 more. Up, down. 2 more. Up, and down. Elbows in, good control. Last one. Up, and down. Relax. Like how about you come out here while it's color and show them your makeup job today. Pretty awesome stuff. We're going to set number 3. In the meantime, check out Line Cub's little makeup job. Yeah, you got to get a little closer. You got to stand up. Yeah, get that light in there. Look at that, it's pretty fantastic stuff. Wow. All right, set number 3. Iron Man. Nice on the left, curl and twist on the right. Set number 3, how the biceps feel? Fun? Yummy. Let's go. All right, ready. Up and down, that's 1. Up, down, that's 2. Keep that arm up, elbow in front of you. Up and down, that's 3. Up, down, that's 4. Now back here, that's a rest. Right here. Up and down, that's 5. Up, down, that's 6. Up, down, 7. Up, down, 8. Up, down, 9. Up, down, 10. 5 more. Up, down, 4 more. That left though. Up, down, 3 more, up, down, 2 more, burning, up, down, 1 more, up, curl, twist, and down, ow, switch sides. Isometric on the right, curl and twist on the left. Let's do it, right there. Ready, up, and down, that's 1, up, down, that's 2, up, down, that's 3, keeping that right arm up, down, that's 4. Hi, Paula, up, and down, that's 5. Thanks for joining. Up, down, that's 6, up, 7, up, 8, up, 9, up, 10, curl and twist right here, up, 11, up, 12, up, squeeze it, good control, 13, 2 more, up, 14, last one, up, and down, that's 15. Wow, we got pivot curls. Pivot curls, adjust the weight as you need to with pivot curls. Again, on the, let me just refresh here on the wrist, make sure you're not bending them down. You want to keep them nice and straight with your arms, especially down here. Your hands have a tendency to drop like this. Don't do that, keep them straight. Keep them straight on the pivot curls. It's for forearms as well as it is for biceps. All right, here we go. It's a body. Up and down, that's 1. Up, down, that's 2. Up, down, 3. Up, down, 4. Up, down, 5. Up, down, 6. Up, down, 7. This music, oh, up, epic. Down, 8. Up, down, 9. Lullaby. Up and down, that's 10. Up and down, that's 11. Up, down, 12. Up, down, 13, 2 more. Up, down, 14, good control, let's do it. Up, curl, twist, squeeze, and reverse down. I see Teresa's name popping up. Welcome, Teresa. Relax, we have hammer curls. This is the last one for the super set, set 3. That's fun to say. Well, let's go. Elbows in, up, and control, down, that's 1. Up, that's 2. Up, that's 3. Up, that's 4. Up, that's 5. Up, 6. Up, 7. Up, 8. Up, 9. Up, 10. Up, 11. Up, 12. Up, 13. Up, 14. 1 more. Up, and down, then control, relax. Oh, that's the 3rd one, but we do have 4 on this superset. You're welcome for that, because I think about you guys. My hand shook. It shook as I tried to drink. That's not good. No, that's fantastic. All right, here we go. Adjust the weight. If you're struggling keeping that isometric arm up, you might want to drop. This is the last set though, so dig deep. We have 15 reps again. They're fun. Without further ado, let's get it on. Ready. Curl twist. On the right, up and down. Iso on the left, that's 1. Up, that's 2. Up, 3. Up, watch the swinging. 4, check your form. Up, 5. Up, 6. Up, 7. Up, 8. Up, 9. Up, 10. Up, 11. Up, 12. Up, 13. 2 more, ouch. Up, 14, 1 more. Up, and, my goodness, this music is making it that much more difficult. I love it. I actually love it. No, I love it. Don't you dare change it. All right, here we go. ISO on the right, curl twist on the left. Ready? Let's do it. Up. That's 1. Up. 2. Up. 3. Up. 4. Up. 5. Up. 6. Up. 7. Up. 8. Up. 9. Up. 10. 5 more. Up. 11. Up. 12. Up. 13. Up. 14. Up. And 15. I've got to walk it off. Ow. Sorry. It's my way of venting. All right, pivot curls. Pivot curls, we have these last 2. Let's rock. Curl twist, reverse curl on the way down. Watch your wrist, make sure they're nice and straight. Let's do it. Up and down. That's 1. Up, down, that's 2. Up, down, that's 3. Up, down, that's 4. Up, down, 5. Up, 6. Yeah. Up, 7. Up, 8. Up, 9. Up, 10. 5 more. Up, 11. Up, 12. Up, 13. Up, 14. Up, and 15. Wow. Hammer curls. Right into it to finish this one up. Elbows in, good control. Watch the swinging. Adjust the weight as you need to. Let's finish it. Ready. Up. 1. Up. 2. Up. 3. Up. 4. Up. 5. Up. 6. Up. 7. Up. 8. Up. 9. Up. 10. 5 more. Up. 11. Up. 12. Hi, Liz. Up. 13. Try to sneak in. I saw you. Up. 14. 1 more. Up. And 15. Woo! That ends that superset of 4. 4 exercises, one after another, cycling it through 4 different times. Next one has 3 different exercises. It's bent curls. Hand on the knee, elbow is hanging, and you're curling up. Very common mistakes here are swinging that elbow. If you're bringing this elbow up like this, it's wrong. So make sure you're keeping it here. Curl, twist, 15 reps. We're gonna start on the right. Adjust the weight as you need to. Again, 15 reps on this. Let's do it. Up, 1. Up, 2. Up, 3. Up, 4. Up, 5. Up, 6. Up, 7. Up, 8. Up, 9. Up, 10. Up, 11. Up, 12. Up, 13. Good control. Up, 14. 1 more. Up, and 15. Biceps are getting fatigue. That's perfect. Other side. All right, so right palm down to the right knee, slight bend here. Notice your back's not like this. It's like that, nice and straight. All right, here we go, left side. Ready. Up. 1. Up. 2. Up. 3. Up. 4. Up. 5. Up. 6. Up. 7. Up. 8. Up. 9. Up. 10. Up. 11. Up. 12. Up. 13. Hang tough, you warriors. 14. One more. Up. And 15. That was fun. But now, we do 21s. Beautiful job, guys. Beautiful job. All right, so in this one, you want both dumbbells. Everything's going to be in the supinated grip. We go half up, 7 reps. And then we go half down, 7 reps. And then we go the full bound, 7 reps, 21s. They're fun. Let's go. Supinated grip position. Elbows tight to your side. Let's go halfway up. And down, that's 1. Up. Down, that's 2. Up. Down, that's 3. Up. Down, 4. Up. Down, 5. Up. Down, 6. We're pausing this one, then we're going all the way up. Up, pause it, and all the way up. That was 7, halfway down now. Down. Up, that's 1. Down. Up, that's 2. Down. Up, that's 3. Down. Up, that's 4. Down. Up, that's 5. Down. Up, that's 6. Down. Up, good squeeze, that's 7, all the way down, full board. Down. Up, that's 1. Down. Up, that's 2. Down. Up, 3. Down. Up, 4. Down. Up, 5. Down. Up, 6. One more, all the way down. And up, gut squeeze at the top. And control it. Relax it. Wonderful. Set 1 is done. All right. Well done. We have 3 sets. We have 3 sets of this superset of 3. Just keep that in mind as you adjust the weight. 3 sets. We're staying with 15 reps though. And this is set number 2. Starting with the right side. Once again, bend to the waist, left palm, left knee, my count. Let's rock. Don't swing the elbow, because that's just dumb. I don't know what that is. But it's not what it's supposed to be. Let's go. All right, ready. And up. Good control down, that's 1. Up. That's 2. Up. That's 3. Up. That's 4. Up. 5. Up. 6. Good control on that negative. Up. 7. Up. 8. Up. 9. Up. 10. 5 more. Up. 11. Up. 12. Up. 13. Up. 14. Up. And 15. Switch sides. Same deal on the left. Here we go. Right palm down, right knee. Right here, bend to the waist, ready, and up. 1. Up. 2. Up. 3. Up. 4. Up. 5. Up. 6. Up. 7. Up. 8. Up. 9. Up. 10. Up. 11. Up. 12. up, 13, up, 14, up, and that was 15. Well done. Here we go. 21s. All right, we're going half down now. We're going to start in the up position, half down, and then we go half up, and then the full board. Let's go. Down, right there, halfway. Up, that's 1. Down. 2. Down, pause it, control it, love it. 3. Down. 4. Down. 5. Down. 6. One more. Down, pause. 7. Now we're going all the way down, halfway up. And up. That's 1. Down. Up. That's 2. Down. Up. That's 3. Down. Up. That's 4. Down. Up. That's 5. Down. Up. That's 6. Down. And up. Pause it. All the way up. That was 7. Now all the way down. Here we go. Down. Up. That's 1. Down. Up. That's 2. Down. Up. 3. Down. Up. 4. Down. Up. 5. Down. Up. 6. One more. Down. And up. That's 7. Control the downward and relax. Woo! 2 sets are done. Yes. Lovely sets are finished. One more. Look at that. Shaking as I come right here. Yeah. That's a sign of good hard work. All right. Oh, man. I like the red. I like the red. As we get ready to start set 3, it's a little glowing red. Just beautiful Lion Cub. Well done. Well done. All right. Here we go. Bent curls. Left palm down, left knee. Let's rock it. Check your form. You want good form here. We still have 15 reps. Let's do it. Ready. Up. And down. That's 1. Up. 2. Up. 3. Up. 4. Up. 5. Up. 6. Up. 7. Up. 8. Up. 9. Up. 10. Up. 11. Up. 12. Up. 13. Up. 14. Up. And 15 little reps. Switch sides. Right palm down. That made me dizzy a little bit doing that. All right, here we go. Let's finish the left. Ready? Up. 1. Up. 2. Up. 3. Up. 4. Up. 5. Up. 6. Up. 7. Up. 8. Up. 9. Up. 10. 5 more. Up. 11. Up. 12. Up. 13. Up. 14. One more. Up. Squeeze it and down. 15. Let's put that dumbbell back for now. Woo! 21s to make this superset done. All right. We're going halfway up again. We're switching that halfway up, and then we go halfway down, and then the full bound. Let's finish this one. Adjust the weight. Make sure you're getting your reps in. Make sure you're getting your reps in. Supinated grip once again. Ready, and up halfway. That's 1. Up. 2. Up. 3. Up. 4. Up. 5. Up. Pause it. 6. Right here. Up. Pause. Wait for it. All the way up. All right, now we're going halfway down. Down. Up. That's 1. Down. 2. Down. 3. Down. 4. Down. 5. Down. 6. Down. And 7. Good squeeze. Now we're going all the way down. Full reps. Here we go. Down. 1. Really control that negative. Down. Up. That's 2. Down. Up. That's 3. Down. Up. That's 4. Down. Up. That's 5. Down. Up. That's 6. 1 more. Down. And up. Good squeeze. Control the downward. And that's 7. Woo! All right. Like how, let's get an evolution on the clock. We need 1 dumbbell. 1 dumbbell. Rich raised his hand. He was all excited. He thought I was talking about him when I said 1 dumbbell. Nope, the dumbbell's already out here. Otherwise, I would have said 2 dumbbells. All right, so here's how this one's gonna work. We have 2 sets, but we're simultaneously, we're gonna alter them. So, not 2 sets. 2 sets on each side, but on evolution. So it's gonna be row, boom. Row, reverse curl. And then supinated curl. That's gonna be for the entire minute. Then we switch sides. It's a lawnmower row. Reverse curl. And then supinated curl. My goodness, he's burned. Okay, let's do it. Right side. 4 minutes total. This is 1 evolution. I'm gonna adjust the lighter weight. You want good form. The idea of evolution is you don't want to drop the weight at all. You want to you don't want to adjust it. Basically, you just want to keep it going. All right, here we go, Lion Cub. Let's rock evolution right side in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lawnmower row. You want a good tempo here. Still make sure you're controlled, but you're rowing it up. Good squeeze, good pull. 10 seconds. That reverse curl is what makes this one so difficult. You're going to discover that in 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Stand up straight, reverse curl. Did I lie or did I lie? I didn't lie. I tell you what. Keep that wrist straight. Make sure it's not bent. Nice and straight. You don't want to drop it down like this. Nice and easy. 10 seconds. We're going right into supinated curl. In 4, 3, 2. Watch transition right away. Supinated curl. Yep. That's a bonus. That's a bonus burn. Try not to swing and keep the elbow tight to the side of your waist or slightly in front of you. That engages that bicep a little bit more. A little extra action. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Lawnmower row on the left. Lawnmower. Again, we only have 2 on each side. This is a total evolution. 1 evolution total. 2 on each side. 10 seconds. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's reverse the curl. Yummy. This is where you want the light weight. The other stuff is just to keep the blood flow going. 10 seconds, we're going right into supinated curl. If you're struggling with the weight, just go lighter, but stay light. In 2, 1, supinated curl, stay there. Not a curl and twist. That keeps that bicep engaged the entire time. So I like the supinated curl in this one. Elbow slightly in front of you. 10 seconds, we're going to switch arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Right away. I switched to my right. Now I'm doing lawnmower rows. This is a rest compared to what we just did with that other stuff. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Reverse. Reverse, supinated reverse. 10 seconds. Woo. 4, 3, 2, 1. Right into supinated curl. Oh yeah. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Here we go. Lawnmower rows on the left. Way to work through it, guys. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse the curl. Oh, yummy. Keep that wrist straight. Good control, especially on that downward motion right there. 10 seconds. Finishing up with that supinated curl in 4, 3, 2, 1. Supinated curl right away. Don't, you'll stop. Keep it up. Good control. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, beautiful. All right. Woo! Don't pack up. Don't pack up. You don't need dumbbells for this, but we have a birthday in the house. We got a birthday. Teresa's son Elijah turned 14. So we are going to do 15 cliff climbers because he's climbing to the top of the world. And then we're going to flex when we're done. We're actually going to do 16 cliff climbers. Why? Because that's an OCD talking. I want to even it out. And I'm not OCD, but I just want to make it even. 2 years for good luck. All right. Cliff climber push-ups. We have 16 total, 8 on each side. Happy 14th birthday, Elijah. Let's go. Right arm is in front, left is in back. Feet about shoulder width, or you can put them close together. Either way is fine. Let's do it. Ready, and down. Up. Switch, left in front, right in back. That's 1. Down. Up. Switch. That's 2. Down. Up. Switch. That's 3. Down. Up. Switch. That's 4. Down. Up. Switch. That's 5. Down. Up. Switch. That's 6. Down. Up. Switch. 7. Hang in there. Down. Up. Switch. That's 8. Down. Up. Switch. That's 9. Down. Up. Switch. 10. Down. Up. Switch. 11. Down. Up. Switch. That's 12. Down. Up. Switch. 13. Down. Up. Switch. 14. Happy birthday, Elijah. Let's do 2 more for good luck. Down. Up. Switch. 15. Down. Up. And done. Fantastic. And that was isolated movements of biceps, mostly isolated. Supersetting 7 different moves. First 2 are the first superset we did 4 times through. The next one we did 3 times. Less reps because it's a smaller muscle group. So at some point, you just spent, and we spent it. All right, we're grabbing a foam roller. Yes, we're going to foam roll our forearms first, and then we're going to stretch out our biceps. Okay, when you're coming down to the forearm,
Watch closely what I'm doing. I'm basically just getting my weight, my chest on top of the forearm just like this. Kicking my knees back. Right here, my palm is facing towards me. Just roll that forearm. We did wrists, we did forearms. A lot of times that pulling motion, especially with reverse curls, it's easy for that to get tight. When you want, so now I'm on all fours. I'm rolling it this way. You want more pressure, just go ahead and lay on it. I like to do a little bit of both. Kind of move the wrist around a little bit. Right here, going into a hammer position. So look at when I'm making a fist. My palm is facing basically away from me or to the left of me, or to my left side. Rolling it out. Right there, excellent. Relax the right. Same thing with the left. Want to basically get the forearm down. Now if you want to just start on all fours, kind of ease your way into it, and then just slowly kick your legs back, and then get your chest on it. Again, palm is facing up. Keep pressure down there on that forearm. Move the wrist around a little bit. Oh yeah. Kind of going on the inside. All right, go into a hammer grip position, just like that, same deal. Now I'm just putting pressure with my arm first. But eventually you want to get a little tighter, so you just put your chest down, roll it out. All right, relax. Let's go double arm now. This one I just like to finish up with. Just take both palms, make a fist, put your chest down, roll that out. And I like to extend it right here, close, open it up, right there. Inside now, moving the wrist. I just turned my palms down. And now I'm going on all fours, just kind of move it around, find the tight spots, loosen it up, and go ahead and just recover. Foam rollers to the side. All right. Standing up here, basically this is wrist, but also biceps. We did this the other day too. First one, we're gonna hold palms out, grab, come behind where the pinky is at, just go ahead and pull those fingertips just like that. Nice and straight. Maybe move the thumb around back and forth. Recover that. Same arm. I take the palm, pull it out. We're gonna grab the fingertips, not just the wrist. Fingertips make a big difference coming back here. Same thing, you want to move your thumb around. You'll feel that tension right there. Stretching that out. All right, make a fist. Just rock it up and down, roll it around, and loosen up the wrist. All right, shake it out. Same thing, left palm up. Grab the pinky, come behind it, pull it. All right, relax that. Same thing, palm, grab your fingertips, pull back. Again, I like to move that thumb around. That just kind of moves it, these tendons over and back, stretching it out, loosening it up. And make a fist, roll the wrist around, and excellent, shake it out. Beautiful, guys, there it is. This is biceps isolated. There's two more envelopes. Two more, one for tomorrow, one for Saturday. We don't know, but we're down to the last two. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Good picks for the most part. I hope it's been something different but fun, but still exciting with the strength stuff. So if you have any questions regarding these moves, you know the deal. You can either leave it in the comment section or stick around for Q&A. Those people who joined in live, thank you so much. Kate, AQ Chino, Anna, Audrey, Avia, Sam, Susanna, Jen, Paula, Teresa, and Liz. Pretty awesome to see you guys in live. Those of you who came in afterwards, sometimes you just can't join live. That's fine. Thanks for being a part of it. You guys have been very good. Keep leaving in a comment. It's your way of checking in. It's a way of keeping track. It's like your fitness journal, which will help you get into best shape of your life. Also, I want you to stick around for Q&A because before I even handle questions, I'm going to talk about body types. That's the theme today, body types. and why training with body types sometimes makes a difference. I think it's time to talk about that. I've alluded to these body types, but today I'm going to go into more detail. I will take questions afterwards. I'll do that in about 1 minute. All right, guys. In the meantime, Lion Co. setting it up, doing it, working it, and rocking these top 25 non-copyrighted songs of Listen. I'll be back in a minute.
All right, what's up, you Relentless Warriors? Welcome back to Relentless Fit 365, live in Studio 5. And this is post-workout of biceps that you guys picked today, biceps. And I will handle those questions in just a moment. Today, I'm going to talk about body types within the midst of those body types. And we're going to handle this, but first I want to bring it up: ectomorph, endomorph, and mesomorph. I don't know if you can see that, but I wrote down a chart. Perhaps it will make a little bit of sense as I begin to explain this. But before we get into
ectomorph, endomorph, and mesomorph. And I'm going to just give you a brush stroke. Like this can go into really great depth. But I actually want to explain what exists within this, why it exists, why some people have struggles and other people seem to have things easier. And a good way to give an example of that is me and Mr. Powerful Guy. Okay, let's assume me and Mr. Powerful Guy were starting a fitness business, all right? We both have perhaps maybe the same knowledge. Maybe we have perhaps the same body type. Maybe we even look alike. Maybe me and Mr. Powerful Guy are twins and we were separated at birth. And I was found in the gutters of Chicago and this guy was found in some high society place where he had the pathway of success. So here's the difference, and this is just going to be kind of a fun way of sort of explaining what the ectomorph and perhaps the endomorphs have to go through as opposed to what the mesomorphs don't have to go through. But just assume me, all right, I started a business and I started with goose egg, $0. All right, no problem. Mr. Powerful Guy starts with a bank account because mommy and daddy gave it to him of $100,000. But that's pretty good. So you start with $100,000. It's a lot easier to make a $20,000 profit because you don't have to work as hard. You already have money in the bank. So money in the bank accumulates more money. We understand finance. You have $0, you make $10,000. Technically, I grew at a higher percentage, but I don't see the same results as Mr. Powerful Guy, because Mr. Powerful Guy starts with this. However, you start pushing yourself, and I turn that 10 into 20, and that 20 into 30, and that 30 into 60, and then suddenly I nail it, and we get down to $1 million. That's $1 million. You get the point. Like, sometimes people just start at a higher benchmark than others, and Mr. Powerful Guy, unless he does just as well and makes good decisions, doesn't necessarily mean that I said I was going to do it 100,000. That's actually $1 million right there. But it doesn't necessarily mean he is destined for success simply because he has that. All right, I want to get into ectomorph. First one on ectomorph. Ectomorphs they tend to have a skinny body type. That skinny body type means their metabolism works in such a way they have a hard time gaining weight. This isn't necessarily a bad thing all the time, but don't minimize this. A lot of people deal with this. Guys deal with this a lot. Women deal with this a lot. Many people don't want to be that slender, so they're looking at body type, and no matter what they eat, no matter how they train, they can't seem to put on muscle. Ectomorphs have a very difficult time responding to strength training and muscle mass and muscle gain. So they have to work harder as a result of that. They oftentimes have to eat a little bit more. They have to work out differently. They have to be careful of the amount of cardio they do because eventually it keeps going back to ectomorph style, and it just becomes that much of a struggle to get what they're actually looking for. If you're a guy and you're looking to gain muscle and you're an ectomorph, I feel for you. I started off that way as I was a kid. Ectomorph is not good when it comes to that. Now, we'll get back to ectomorph. I'm just going to give you, like I said, a quick brush stroke. Endomorph. Okay, think of this as the opposite perspective of the ectomorph. As opposed to what the ectomorph has to go through, the endomorph literally thinks about food and gains weight. No matter how hard they seem to work, their metabolism doesn't seem to burn it off for them. They don't always respond right away to diet and exercise, certainly not the way that other body types might do. They tend to, no matter what they do, they might have perfect form. They might go in the gym more than the ectomorph, more than the mesomorph, and yet they don't get the response as somebody like a mesomorph gets. And I'm going to go into the mesomorph very briefly. Mesomorph tends to respond very well to diet and exercise. They can lose weight very fast. They can gain weight very fast. They literally can do it in many cases almost on command. They tend to build muscle really easily. If they start a new program, they respond very easily. If they try a new diet program, they'll see it in their muscle and their muscle separation very easily. You will fall into perhaps one of these categories for the most part. Can you be in multiple categories? I'm going to explain to that into probably the simplest form. A question I get a lot of times is, what if I'm an ectomorph? Can I be an ectomorph and then turn into like a mesomorph? Or could it flip where I go from an ectomorph to an endomorph? Here's the thing. Ectomorph, endomorph, and mesomorph, oftentimes it starts off genetically, but it's not all based on genetics. Some of it is going to be based on your habits. It's going to be based on what you do with your lifestyle. And certainly you can go from an ectomorph to a mesomorph. That's very possible to do. I've seen people do it. I've personally done it. And the major question is, most people who struggle with the endomorph side, I have seen that happen as well. They've gone from endomorphs to mesomorphs. Now, you got to be careful, because it doesn't necessarily mean that suddenly now let's just say you flip to a mesomorph, you don't have to work as hard. What it means is your hard work is actually paid off, and now your body is regulated in such a way where it's working to your advantage. Now, I want to talk about endomorph in specifically. I'm sorry, that was loud. I'm going to talk about endomorph specifically because that tends to be the higher percentage of what people deal with. And one of the tricks of the trade for an endomorph to get past that focus of staying within that particular body type and getting out of it to do something differently. The problem with where the endomorph is at is that they don't have muscle working to their advantage. And it's not always the case. I know there are always exceptions, but a lot of times when muscle works to your advantage, it will burn calories faster. I always call it's like money in the bank. The training style that I feel has been the most productive for an endomorph is hypertrophy training, strength training. Hypertrophy and strength training kind of intertwine, but hypertrophy in general, where you're taking away a lot of the tempo and you're putting in reps and sets. Lower reps, more sets, maybe powerlifting style stuff, going for strength, but at the same time, you're extending that out, maybe 4 or 5, even sometimes 6 sets end up being a little bit more specific to what an endomorph can actually see a response. Now, I'm not suggesting that you completely eliminate cardio. I'm certainly not suggesting that you eliminate the body weight exercises. What I am saying is that the bulk of your fitness diet when it comes to training should be on hypertrophy to see those better results. I'm a big fan of hypertrophy. I'm certainly a big fan of bodybuilding. And the cool thing about it is, it just sparks what we're going to be working on, and it's going to be coming soon. It's a 2019 program, but it's the Relentless Iron. And the reason why we're taking so long with it, the reason why when we plot it out, is I plan on the Relentless Iron being here to stay. It's funny. I think one of the misrepresentations that fitness does is that they target the endomorph. And they target the endomorph not with hypertrophy training, but with high-intensity interval training, with cardio, with quick, cool-looking moves that say within 4 weeks you're going to burn 40 pounds. And they make these claims that they have a really small training pool of what they've gotten these results from, but the results are skewed because they've monitored their diet. They train perhaps a lot longer and a lot harder than what the program suggests. And it's also in the biggest bulk of the spectrum, it's also not healthy. What you want to do is you want a long, extended lifestyle of training that can be sustainable for the rest of your life. So if you're struggling with the endomorph, and Lion Cub, thank you for putting that up there for me. If you're struggling with the endomorph style, one, don't get discouraged, because you can go from an endomorph to a mesomorph. Yes, I understand. Sometimes you have to work harder than the mesomorph. And I understand it feels like, in many cases, it's not fair. It's like somebody starting off with $1 million in the bank, and it's like, oh, they kind of squander it. And look at me, I'm in the gym every day of the week, and I don't see the results that this lazy mesomorph is getting. Don't fret, because you can certainly take that lifestyle and turn it into to get some of those traits of the mesomorph. You can change a lot of that. just by how you change your habits and, certainly your nutrition. And that nutrition plays a big part as well. On the endomorph style, the training style, when it comes down to the hypertrophy and bodybuilding stuff and things that I like to push, to build the endomorph to a mesomorph, it's certainly very important to maintain and focus on good nutrition. I'm a big fan of, lowering the carbs and raising the protein, but however you find that's more beneficial, one thing I will say, if you start staying away from wheat and grains, you're better off with your joints. There has been a lot of results proven, and I often don't preach on nutrition, but one thing I do believe in is that wheat and grain do a very, very big number on your joints. And the older people get, if you look at certain types of foods that doctors will recommend people with like arthritis in general to stay away from, it tends to be, high wheat, high grain stuff, if that makes sense for the most part. Now, briefly, I'm going to brushstroke the ectomorph. Ectomorph always looking to try to gain weight, trying to build muscle, and they're losing that battle 9 times out of 10. That big one comes down to certainly nutrition. Don't fret as well. I went from an ectomorph to a mesomorph years ago. I doubled my calories and I minimized a lot of the long steady state style of training. I made sure my calories were not burning off and I wasn't in the negative calories. That's one of those cases where you do have to focus on calories. I, once again, would recommend against the high reps, and I would go down to more of a bodybuilding style, lower controlled reps and a hypertrophy style exercise program, meaning, you're doing reps and sets, not necessarily on tempo. Again, you don't necessarily have to deactivate your cardio altogether. 1 or 2 times a week would be enough. You're going to get some heart rate training in bodybuilding, that I could promise you. And, that's a quick brush stroke between the ectomorph and the endomorph struggles that you're going through. If you're a mesomorph, don't play the victim card. You got it made. Shut your mouth. All right, let's move on. I'm sorry, I just hit the mic, bouncing all over the place. So if you have any questions regarding the ectomorph, endomorph, mesomorph, I get it. I understand that these struggles, they're real, they exist. It's frustrating. I see a lot of you, you're working your butt off day in and day out. But understand, sometimes it's just a matter of being consistent. If you stay consistent and you start putting in the better fuel in your body, you will see differences. Not right away. It will take a lot longer because you're not the Mr. Powerful guy in fitness where you started off with a lot in the bank. You had the disadvantage, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't grow to be something bigger, better, stronger, faster, whatever it is you're looking for. Set a goal in your mind and stick to it. You'd be surprised on what you can achieve. And I'm not trying to sound like cheerleader, rah-rah. This is truly just like a very simple way of looking at body types. Now, sometimes we fall in between a little bit of both. And just keep that in mind. It still goes down to the work ethic, the focus, making fitness a lifestyle and habit, and making it fun. Avia talking about love, hypertrophy, and bodybuilding. I'm not going to label people, but there's a reason why somebody like Avia has muscles like the way she does. The way she trains. When I first met her and I saw her as she followed, she was doing hypertrophy training. It was bodybuilding stuff that it's great for muscle separation. It's fantastic to protect your joints. And by far, and I don't care what anybody else says, I'm going to stand behind this. I've been saying it since I was in my 20s. Bodybuilding is the most sustainable fitness that you can do in any other fitness style. I know HIIT's fun. I know that CrossFitters think they're saving the world with their kip-ups and all that crap. But honestly, when it comes down to the big picture, when it comes to lifestyle, bodybuilding is really where it's at. And I'm not talking like you're pumping iron like Arnold and you're posing in your underwear on stage and flexing and all that stuff. And don't get your panties in a bunch. I did that too, so I'm just making fun of something I did. But the whole point of that is it's sustainable. I just got done. I just took a short trip yesterday to my my favorite uncle's house, and he's a bodybuilder, and we talk, that's basically all we talk about. He's 85 years old, and he pumps iron, and he's in great shape. People think he's in his 60s. He's got tons of energy. Now, granted, he's still 85, but sometimes it's like, wow, why is he walking so slow? And you forget, it's like most people are in a wheelchair at his age, and he's doing cardio, and he's doing hypertrophy. He's going from machine to machine, and he still does his bodybuilding style stuff. So it's sustainable, and he's not jumping, he's not doing kip ups and all that other cool stuff. But at some point, we're all going to be at a position where it's like, what's going to be the most sustainable? And if you recognize what it is now, make sure you incorporate it in your fitness. Now, I'm not trying to knock kickboxing. I'm not trying to knock a lot of the things that we do. I'm just saying, always think about long term. And where long term is at, that's where you're going to see the greatest results as we start to age. So just keep that in mind. Bring on the bodybuilding program. Was today considered hypertrophy? Yes. Now, one thing I will say, and I'm bringing it on, Avia. You know that's coming. I can't wait. I'm very excited about it. Yes. The one difference with this particular style of working out and what we're going to be doing within like Relentless Iron stuff is with Relentless Iron, these are going to be post-production workouts. What's that meaning compared to live? When I'm on live video, I think about the people that I'm there, so I keep a tempo going. With hypertrophy, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm not suggesting I don't have a tempo in mind, but it probably will be a little bit slower than this. I calculate the weight a little bit differently. So when I'm doing the Relentless Iron workouts, I'm also doing them for me. So understand, there's going to be re-racking of weights. It's going to be a longer stretch. Now, Rich is going to edit, and he's going to condense a lot of that. Just keep that in mind, though. I'm going to keep that program out there, and I want you to do it at your pace. The idea with hypertrophy is get your reps, get your sets, make sure your form is really good, focusing on the particular muscles. I'm going to stress a lot of that in the Relentless Iron. So it's like, man, I'm struggling with legs. How come I can't get my legs to grow? Well, we're going to focus on how you can focus, how you can, basically mesmerize yourself into thinking about quads. We're working on quads today, so I keep my chest out of it. We're working on hamstrings. You're thinking about the muscle that's being worked, where when you're jumping and throwing a weight around, you're not thinking about muscles per se. You're thinking about making it through the next 30 seconds. That's not what hypertrophy is. It's really making sure you meditate on the muscle that you're working for that day, and it's very important that you do that. And when we separate that like that, you're going to see differences in your muscle separation. It is a little bit different than what we do here. Thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this. But feel free to keep, you could dive in, ask more questions. Susanna's like, can you please repeat how you go from endo to meso bodybuilding focus? So yeah, with the endomorphs, and again, the endomorph tends to have the slower metabolism. They're dealing with with more issues in the sense of like nutrition seems to affect them the most in a negative way. They can eat right. They can take in the best amount of good quality calories and still not get the results that the lazy mesomorph gets. And don't get me wrong, if you're a mesomorph, don't be like, because I get it. We're all working hard. But you see my point here. At some point when you reach this, it's a lot easier to see those results. So that nutrition with that endomorph and then going into that training program, I guess that's a roundabout way of Susanna of saying, yes, lighten up on the intensity and go reps and sets. Increase the weight and focus on muscle isolation. And at the same time, incorporate cardio 2-3 times a week is probably sufficient. Good muscle separation. What I mean by that is maybe chest and tris, buys and back, shoulders and legs. Those are traditional mix-ups, maybe 3-4 days a week. I would even recommend 4 to 5 days a week once you start feeling better, incorporating calves, forearms, core, things of that nature in one of those workouts. And you'd be surprised. You maintain that for 6 months, you will see differences. Another thing about endomorphs, if you have a scale, awesome. I want you to stop for a second. I want you to walk to your scale right now. Take off your shoes. And then pick up the scale and smash it as many times as you can on the ground and throw it away. You don't need a scale, all right? The scale is this. It's your shirt. It's your waist. It's your legs. It's the mirror. It's you being able to look in the mirror and say, this is what I want to see. These are the results I want to get. I don't care if you have to stand in the mirror and flex for 15 minutes to understand, okay, I want to change this or that. When we're talking about how we want to look, why does it matter what the number on the scale says? Get rid of the freaking thing. I hate scales. They speak one thing, one tune, and it often does not explain the entire story of what that person has gone through or what that person is doing or where the fitness levels are at. I can show you someone who's 250 pounds. That same 250-pound person is about 4% body fat. So scales mean nothing. All right. When it comes down to your scale, you should focus on maybe a tape measure. Again, the mirror, your clothes, and how you feel. Can you sprint up the stairs and feel good afterwards? That's a good scale. Focus on things that actually matter, not on things that just make you feel like crap. And usually the ones who are focusing on the scale, it's really a bad thing. They're down 2 pounds, they feel good. They're up 2 pounds, they feel like crap. Why would you do that to yourself? You want to look in the mirror and say, yeah, I'm starting to look good. Yes, I finally can get those pants on or that dress on that I wanted to get on 6 months ago that I couldn't get on before, and now it fits differently. You will see and feel your skin tightening up. Those are the things that I want you to focus on. Get rid of that scale. I mean it. Throw the scale away. You're just ruining yourself if you have it.
Try reselling it if it was expensive, just to get some money back.
No, don't sell it to anybody because I want them gone in society. Gone. Don't sell it. Throw it away. You wasted your money. Sorry. It's a depreciated purchase anyway. If you paid a lot of money for a scale, that was a bad purchase. Throw it away. Eat the loss. Move on.
I don't think I'd buy a used scale anyway, if it was something I needed.
Yeah. Not a fan of them. All right. Mr. Powerful Guy. Thanks, Sophia. Trump is so fit. I'm assuming you're talking about the Mr. Powerful Guy representation I did. 85 pumping iron. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. I had a fun time yesterday. I don't get out there as much as I used to. I haven't gotten out there for an entire year because actually, as of this month, we've been doing workout videos for, 6 days a week, with the exception of this last 4 weeks. We did them for an entire year, so I didn't go anywhere. And that extra day afforded me some time to finally go out there and visit. So it was really good. All right, a lot of comments, a lot of questions. So I'm going to try to scroll down. If I miss something or if I miss a question, please let me know. So far, nothing. Okay. AQ says, well, first I want to talk about Avia. I love supersets, rep-based, and going heavier every set. Yeah, I'm going to be pushing that more and more, especially with people who are struggling with that. Endomorph. An ectomorph, honestly, if you're struggling and you want to gain weight, you should not be doing high cardio intensive stuff. I had a guy come up to me the other day, and he was, it was like 3 days ago, and he's like, man, how do I gain weight? I'm eating light, I'm eating lean. I say, you're not taking enough calories. If you're an ectomorph, you shouldn't be on lean meats and veggies only. You should be adding some carbs into your diet. You should be making sure you get those meals in. There are differences in nutrition depending on your body type. That's why I don't give one specific nutrition that works, because one nutrition doesn't necessarily work for another. There's not like a brushstroke of this is the greatest nutrition ever. Well, it really depends on what your lifestyle is. I worked our bodybuilding style my whole life. Yeah, that's awesome. Worked out, I meant. 23 years, then added this style of training, and my body responded well, but bodybuilding is totally sustainable. Yeah, and I appreciate you saying that, AQ. Sometimes people just have to hear it, and I mean, there's no, I don't think there's a body type that, I do feel like it's a one-size-fits-all deal. Bodybuilding fits for everybody. Now I'm not going to tell you that you're going to respond the same way and you're not going to respond as fast necessarily as somebody else, or maybe vice versa. You might find that bodybuilding is just your thing and you try it for 6 months and you're sold, and you focus on what best responds for your body type. It's one of the reasons when I started this Relentless Lifestyle program. And believe it or not, this was years ago. I've been training this way for almost a decade, of mixed multidimensional strength training. when I incorporated strength training with groups, a lot of trainers are like, what are you, an idiot? There's no way you can get, 15 people to grab a dumbbell and count out in reps. And I was like, watch me. And it was basically just like military style. The way I felt was like, if a drill instructor can get 50 and 60 guys who are arrogant idiots that were 18-year-olds that couldn't think, talk, whatever, unless the drill instructor did it for them, if they can get everybody to do 1 rep at a time, then I'm going to get smarter people who basically are paying to go through that pain. Smarter meaning wiser, gone through life. And it worked. I actually do feel like it's something that's grossly overlooked. And unfortunately, it's not pushed in fitness in the big picture. Stupid mesomorphs. You can bash mesomorphs all day. I don't care. Mesomorphs, toughen up. Susan and Jake, if we want to maintain the results of the iron program, we would need to do that several times. So when you say several times, I'm not exactly sure. If you start the iron, relentless iron program, that's the program you should be working on for the bulk of it. When you see that program coming out, I'm going to have recommendations of workouts you can do as far as cardio, and I'll incorporate that in there of videos that we already have. But that should be your program. So when you're going through it, I wouldn't get caught up in the relentless lifestyle and do both unless you're just crazy elite and you want to do both. But if your focus is going from endomorph or ectomorph to mesomorph focus, then I recommend you stay with relentless iron. Now, again, I don't want you to get caught up in this thing and be like, oh, crap, I'm an endomorph, and that's what I'm always going to be. I just wanted to give you an idea as to why, it's like, there's disadvantages, and I acknowledge those disadvantages, and at the same time, I'm telling you it's not impossible to go from one to the other. There are genetics involved, but the genetics don't play the entire story of where you can go. Neither does age, okay? You can make changes in your 40s. You can make changes in your 50s. I've seen it. I've seen somebody make changes in their late 70s. So it can happen. I'm living the elite program, especially the fact that we focus on upper body, but my butt hurts the next day. Love that we hit several muscle groups in a sneaky way. Yes, that's always my goal, is to misdirect. And if I would ever tell a trainer one of two things: first of all, make it fun for people, because if you make it fun, they'll come back. Make them find some maybe psychotic way of enjoying that pain. But also, it's the art of misdirection. You're kind of a magician. You're working one thing and they're focusing on that, and it's like, why does my hamstrings hurt? Oh yeah, because you had that isolated the entire time. That's why. And I'm referring to pterodactyl kickbacks, or I used to call them that Wolverine kickbacks, where you have all that weight in that front leg. Actually, that's what we're working. And Rich is a goofball. He's here and he's distracting me right now. Kate's talking about hating. I'm assuming scales. Stopped weighing myself forever ago. Good. It just doesn't. They are garbage. I'm sorry. No, actually I'm not. I'm not sorry at all. It's basically just one of those things that just don't solve much. They show a gauge. They don't show the right gauge. And then when you get caught up on the scale as a gauge. The Biggest Loser was the worst, crappiest show you can ever watch. And any personal trainer who does it for a career hated that show. I could tell you that right now. Because they depict trainers as being like these drill sergeants 24/7, and that's not always the case. Sometimes it's a therapy session for a client. There's times where I threw an entire workout program in the garbage that day and just said, hey, let's get the gloves on. Because they had such a bad day, they're just like, I just want to beat the crap out of something. Just the way it is. It's not like, I'm going to scream at you for 2 hours and, you're going to drop 8 pounds today. Sorry. Right. And Rich back there, you couldn't hear him, but he's like, it wouldn't be healthy. And he's right. It's, fitness is about health. It's about sustainability. And that's what we push. Susanna, on the other hand, Jake, muscle can grow, but fat sometimes stays there. Happens with lower body fat. Yes, sometimes fat will stay. It seems like it sticks around. You cannot spot treat fat. Sorry, whatever program has tried to teach that. I'm going to continue to preach against it. You can't do that. You cannot focus on belly fat and burn belly fat. What you can do is you can burn fat. And what I say is the best way to burn fat is to just get in better shape. And you don't necessarily know where it's going to burn off. But what I will say is if you have the right nutrition, you put the right fuel in your body, you're going to start burning energy through fat as opposed to sugar. And you want to do that. And that's what slowly sparks where you're going to start burning that belly fat as well. Yes, belly fat can stick around, but it doesn't have to, is my point. Off topic, but you and Rich owe us bear crawls in the snow. Who won the t-shirt design contest? When is Coach coming by? And an update on the first, the 1 year adventure. Okay, that's a lot of loaded questions. The first one, I don't know who. That's Kate. I don't know who won the t-shirt contest.
I did. Because I took over.
Light Cub said she did. Well, you know what? In the next snow session, we'll probably both do bear crawls. Because I don't think either one of us won that one. I don't know if we got enough votes in.
What was the bear crawl for?
You and I did a high plank t-shirt contest was it a t-shirt contest? Oh, it was a drawing. We did a high plank drawing, I think, and whoever they all voted on, and whoever did the best drawing. I don't know. We'll have to go back and look. I'll do the bear crawls. We'll have to wait for the snow, though. The bear crawl was the drawing. The t-shirt contest.
Yeah, we did I remember the t-shirt.
I don't know who won.
I just dropped the ball.
Okay, yeah. So we might have to go back to that one this year and do another one. We actually don't know who won at this point. And I actually dropped the ball on the 1 year adventure, although I did allude to it about 3 weeks ago when we were talking about the program changes. And one of the concerns that somebody mentioned was like, well, if you guys go on the road, how are you going to maintain the videos? We are not going to be doing the 365-day adventure travel. Not like that anyway. The way things have changed in the studio, given the amount of attention that we're putting within our website, we're just not, it needs our attention. Now, does that mean we're not going to do travels? Nope. We still are. I feel like we're going to be able to do it better. We're going to be able to isolate certain spots and stay there and then come back and then regroup and then do it again. We'll just be able to do it more often in this year if we do it this way, as opposed to taking an entire year off and just going. It sounds great in my brain, but when we were doing the logistics of it, it just wasn't workable for what we were trying to accomplish on this website. So this takes priority. And so to answer your question, it's going to be shorter trips. And those will be coming soon. We'll keep you informed of when that happens. Ninja Nina, running late, forgot about the live, but wanted to say hi really quick, and thank you for saying that about the scale. Skinny girl here, same weight since high school, but stronger. And that's the difference, is that, weight doesn't even matter. At a point where you might feel stronger, you probably even look different, but the weight is dispersed differently. I'm glad you don't focus on the scale. Susanna, so she's reiterating her question. The measurement of my waist is the same since my months ago plateau, but I'm trying different workouts. And again, don't get discouraged. You said months. Sometimes fitness takes years. I think what people don't completely understand all the time is that, and don't get caught up on this, but you find yourself looking at these Instagram models and they're posing and they're showing their abs and their back and whatever else they're showing, and they look great. What they often don't mention is like, yeah, I started when I was 16, and they're in their late 20s, early 30s. It takes years, so months, you may not see it right away, especially if things you're not responding as quickly as others will. It doesn't mean things aren't happening. It just means you just have to be more patient. That's all. It is paying off, though, I can tell you that much. When you do the chest push-ups, your arms are placed wider. but how are the hands oriented, or does it matter? Muchas gracias. Now she's talking about the cliff climbers that I did. So every time you're doing a cliff climber, my top hand is facing up, and my back hand is facing down. So it's like this, if that makes sense. And then I just go wide. The wider you go and the more you twist your hands, the more you're basically opening up and separating and isolating your chest muscles. Now, if you can't go that wide, don't worry. You know, some people just do a stagger push-up like this. That would be the first modifier. If you're just both hands are up and you're just staggering it, that's fine too. You're still engaging to some degree. But if you start to twist it, you're going to feel much more of a difference. Again, when you're twisting that bottom arm down, make sure that elbow stays tucked and not out, because now you're putting a lot of pressure on your shoulder and it takes away what you want to isolate. You should even feel that a little bit in your bicep when you're doing those cliff climbers. Elite ad here. And Anna, I think my booty grew in the past 4 weeks doing the elite. It looks rounder, firmer, etc. So don't stop, girl. Lots of booty action. Yeah! Thank you, Avia. That means a lot from somebody who's got a nice booty and does elite. So appreciate that. And I'm glad to hear that. Never a bad thing. I'm sorry. It's not. I'm so looking forward to the Iron program. Thank you, Liz. And we're looking forward to launching it finally. Once again, to remind you guys of how the Elite's going, those people who are members, you will get them as we release them. But it's building a program that's probably going to be 4 weeks. And then we're going to be building Elite. I plan on building another one, not an Elite, Relentless Iron Part 2, and we're going to keep building off of that. It's kind of a test. We want to see how they do, but I do like the attention that people are giving them. I do think a lot of people are ready for that. Let's see. Anna says, I will be doing the Elite twice. AQ will join on their second round. And that, hey, by the way, like, I don't know where that conversation came from, but I will say Anna just did her first Elite fantastic. It doesn't matter how long it takes. I know I say this a lot, but I want to keep that in your brain, and I'm going to plant it in there and camp out and remind you that, hey, you just stay in the fight and finish the Elite. That's the idea, and you'll be surprised on how well you do. Susanna, if you happen to be a fan of Sylvester Stallone, they're asking for extras for his Rambo 5 movie that will be shot in Tenerife? Huh?
Tenerife.
Tenerife?
Tenerife.
I don't know what that is.
It's where Susanna lives.
Oh, that would be awesome. I am a big fan of Sylvester Stallone, and I was a big fan of Rambo. That would be awesome. Can't make my way out there, but yeah, he's a Philly guy. Never been to Chicago. He's never shot a movie here, strangely enough. Nina, I'm waiting for Elite 2, coming soon. We're putting them together. Again, you'll see a lot of these programs coming in January. Some of them will be a little bit after because, you know, others take precedence. Elite is one of them that does take precedence, so I do plan on that one being out before January 1st. These workouts, for the Elite, the way we do the Elite 2 is it's just going to be like Elite 1. I take other workouts that we did. We put them together on a day, and we basically separate, you know, that into a very short, condensed, intensive 4-week program, kind of like what we did with Elite 1. Now, it's designed for the top of the top. So if you have to pull it back on days, that's acceptable. That's perfectly okay. You're still going to see differences based on the way we disperse a lot of these workouts, you know, for the program. Nina talking about been working out since I was 15, started out to look athletic since I wasn't, and then I went as a way to deal with stress and anxiety naturally. Now it's a part of me. It's funny that you went through some of that stuff because I get it. You know, fitness has been therapy for me during times of my life when all else seems to fail. You know, you go to the fail safe, and, you know, fitness is one of those things that I can always walk in and say, okay, at least I'm going to get a good workout today and I'll feel a little bit better leaving. And it's always been that case. So I can definitely relate to a lot of that. Simply, Kate, you are camped out in our brain daily. I'm sorry. All right, excellent comments and questions, guys. It's good to see you guys in this beautiful morning. Hope you enjoyed it. This was biceps. What do we have left? We have triceps and chest. Which one's going to be tomorrow? Depends on what you pick. And then, of course, Saturday will be
We'll know.
yeah, we'll obviously know. It's been fun. I've never done it this way where you guys have picked, so it's chaos for me because I don't know which one to expect. I did not expect biceps today. I was kind of hoping for chest. Well, that's life. Biceps are always fun. They're burning. Yay. All right, that's all I got. You got anything to add? No. Rich, you want to say hi to the camera? That's not to the camera.
Richard waves in the distance.
Yeah, Lion Cub narrates. All right, show them one last time your makeup job before we go. You got to back up. Yep. Back up a little bit so the light gets in there. I don't even know if camera does it justice.
It took me 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, it's pretty impressive.
But more importantly, you didn't see my surprise.
I didn't look in the box. What was the surprise? Well, that's all I got, guys. And thanks for watching. Always remember, eat healthy, train hard, most especially have fun. I'm Relentless Jake. Say bye, Lion Cub.
Bye, Lion Cub.
Bye, Wizard.
Bye, Jake.
You remember to stay focused, stay dedicated, and I'll see your beautiful faces mañana. And by the way, whether you're an ectomorph, an endomorph, or mesomorph, you're a relentless warrior, and that's really all that matters. And I'm out. Bam!